Welcome back to Nakhchivan news program. As usual, in the course of our program, we'll look at the general picture of the last week. Ancient historical and cultural monuments in Nakhchivan are restored and preserved for the future generations. Restoration of these monuments is the most vivid expression of respect and state care to our past. So, within the framework of this restoration works, ancient Yengija bath house was restored, and also a new drinkable water network was put into operation in Sharur. An ancient bathhouse in Yengija village was commissioned on September 5th after restoration. The chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vaisif Talibov, attended the event on this occasion. Speaking at the event, the chairman of Supreme Majlis emphasized that the restoration of our monuments serves to modern generations and promotes the future of our people, and also he expressed his respect to the builders of the bathhouse and thanked those who contributed to the restoration of the monument. And afterwards, he wished success to the artistsmen working here. Dressmaker Gulbaniz Akbarova, who was provided with necessary working conditions in the old bathhouse, thanked the chairman of Supreme Majlis on behalf of the artists and professional people who were provided with jobs here. The Supreme Majlis chairman cut the ribbon symbolizing inauguration. Afterwards, it was informed that the structure of the bathhouse, built in 18th century, was octagonal and finished in two large diamonds from outside. At present, the total area of the bathhouse is 420 square meters. The service on 7 fields has been organized in the historical building. 2 tailors, a hairdresser, and a membaba, a photographer, coat maker, shoemaker, and musical instruments master, that altogether 8 people were employed with new jobs. On September 5th, a drinkable water network was launched in Yengija village of Sharur region. The chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vaisif Talibov, attended the event. He was informed that the construction of Yengija village's drinkable water network was started in February 2018 within the framework of the project reconstruction of drinkable water supply and sewage systems in Sharur city and its suburbs. The water is taken from the main line to Sharur city and distributed. 4,638 residents were provided with running and high-quality drinkable water. The Supreme Majlis chairman, Mr. Vaisif Talibov, congratulated the residents on the occasion of the inauguration of the drinkable water network and ancient bathhouse in Yengija village, along with these adjacent settlements of the village, and stressed the importance of preserving the protection and improvement of the village. Yengija village elderly Ilyas Kazimov thanked the Supreme Majlis chairman for the conditions created for the village residents. The chairman of Supreme Majlis launched the device for the operation of the drinkable water network of Yengija village. Then the chairman of Supreme Majlis had a talk with the residents. One of the most important events of the last week was National Clothes Festival held at Nakhchivan Gala Historical Architectural Museum Complex. Along with the local residents, guests being in our city got interested in the international festival. Also, an international conference was held on Nakhchivan, the capital of Islamic culture. This and further more information in our next social economic news blog.
On September 7th, Nakhchivan University hosted an international conference entitled Nakhchivan, the Capital of Islamic Culture in 2018. Participants of the conference visited the monument to our national leader Haydar Aliyev and laid flowers at the monuments, and afterwards they visited Haydar Aliyev Museum. Head of the Nakhchivan Supreme Majlis Office Ali Hasanov, Chairman of Nakhchivan branch of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences Academician Ismail Hacıyev, Director of the National History Museum of Azerbaijan Academician Naila Velkhanlı, Professor of Istanbul University Professor Oktay Belli, Head of Art Department of Erzurum University Hüseyin Yurttaş, Teacher of Tabriz Art University Philosophy, Doctor in History Behram Acarli made speeches in the conference. International Conference on Nakhchivan, Capital of Islamic Culture, continued its work in sections. On September 8th, National Clothes Festival was held at Nakhchivan Gala Historical Architectural Museum Complex. Not only the local residents but also guests visiting our city got interested in the festival. At the festival, different clothes and handicrafts, also museum exposition belonging to ancient times were demonstrated. Folk songs and national dances performed by the dance groups and other collectives of Nakhchivan State Philharmonic and Nakhchivan State Children's Philharmonic, also interesting compositions performed by the actors of theaters operating in the Autonomous Republic, rejoiced the participants. Creativity capacity of the State Television Broadcasting Committee expands by the tasks of the Chairman of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. Implementation of the action plan approved by the Chairman of Supreme Majlis continue. In the action plan, tasks in the field of creativity, personal training and strengthening of material and technical bases were identified.
Organization of Insurance Affairs in Nakhchivan City Executive Authority and the forthcoming tasks were discussed. At the very event, the carried out works in the insurance field in Nakhchivan City was analyzed. The importance of property insurance, individual accident insurance and other voluntary insurance types was highlighted, and also need to expand the works in this field was emphasized.
On September 15th, Day of Knowledge, clothing, bags and school supplies were distributed to disabled students, orphans and also children deprived from parentship's care in Nakhchivan. In general, 389 children in need of social support have benefited from this. The State Employee Commission under the Chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic held the essay examination stage of contest, and also on June 1st of this year to hold senior advisory positions on vacant press and public relations in state bodies. The results of the examination were shared on the official website of the State Employee Commission under the Chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic.
The employees of the Ministry of Ecology and Natural Resources of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic held monitoring in Kengerli and Sharu regions. During the monitorings, medical wastes were rendered harmless. Also available Kehri's water was analyzed and trees along the roads were observed.
Azerbaijan-France joint archaeological expedition started investigations in ancient settlements of Srab village of Babek region. The main aim of archaeological researchers is to study the life in the ancient settlements and analyze cultures, also to clarify the sequence of the development of these cultures. For the purpose of providing the boiling houses with qualified staff in autumn-winter months, training courses on boiling house profession in Nakhchivan City, Sharur and Ordubad region started. 36 vocational training courses in Nakhchivan, 20 in each of the regions, and in general 40 people were engaged in the very training. Volunteer blood donation campaign was held in Kengerli Region Central Hospital. 13 volunteers participated in blood donation campaign to help patients suffering from thalassemia and hemophilia. In Sadrak region, measures are taken to eliminate the difficulties that may arise during autumn-winter season. Implementation of relevant measures in the electricity and natural gas systems, education, health and culture institutions of the region is underway. Prophylactic vaccination measures against infectious diseases among cattle are carried out in the Autonomous Republic. The next vaccination event was held in Sadrak region.
Construction of a modern recreation and entertainment center continue on Aziz Aliyev Street in Nakhchivan along the Nakhchivan Chai. Cafes, restrooms, entertainment facilities, gym and a swimming pool near the center will be built at the recreation and entertainment center, which will consist of 4 floors including the basement. Also a happiness palace will be built on the edge of the center.
Construction works on the roads of Nakhchivan city continue. Already Jalil Mehmetqulzadeh Street is newly asphalted.
Saudi Hajj pilgrims from Nakhchivan returned their native lands after completing the Hajj pilgrimage. This year, nearly 1,500 pilgrims have left for Hajj in Azerbaijan, and their last group will return their homeland on October 4th. On September 4th, the Ghazis Council of the Caucasian Muslims office issued fatwa on Muharram month. This year, Muharram month starting falls on September 11th, and it's expected Ashura to be held on September 20th.
Next training meeting of the EGAS Erasmus Plus project was held in Stockholm of Sweden. Employees of Nakhchivan University also participated in the trainings held from August 26 to September 1st. From August 29 to September 3, the export mission of the People's Republic of China to Uruguay was organized by the Ministry of Economy of the Republic of Azerbaijan and organized by the Export and Investment Promotion Foundation of Azerbaijan. At the 6th China-Eurasian exhibition, 16 types of aerated and non-aerated mineral waters produced at Babex Rab Open Joint Stock Company operating in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic were demonstrated.
Australian tourists who were in Nakhchivan last week visited a number of historical places and sightseeings of the Autonomous Republic, and also closely got acquainted with our rich history and culture. Tourists from the overseas departed from Nakhchivan with full and extreme impression.
My wife and I came to Azerbaijan about a week ago. We come from New Zealand and Australia, which is a long way from Azerbaijan. While reading through the internet, we heard about Nakhchivan and wanted to visit this part of Azerbaijan. We heard about the lovely Islamic architecture and some of the natural sights of the region. So we flew down here, and we first went to Alinja yesterday, and Alinja was truly amazing. Wonderful scenery, wonderful ancient ruin, truly very historic.
We've really enjoyed our visit to this wonderful tomb. We love these very ancient Islamic tombs with their beautiful tile work and decoration, and we just find they're really inspiring to visit. We also loved our visit to the Alinja fortress. That was a very spectacular location, and I think a lot of other tourists would be interested in that. It's not very well known at present, but I think you will have a lot more tourists there in the future, and we've loved our visit to Nakhchivan. Generally, it's a very beautiful, clean, spacious city, and we've enjoyed it very much. It's a very unusual privilege for us to be able to come here. It's somewhere that not many Australians get to, and we've been very glad to be able to come and see all your lovely monuments. The Haydar Aliyev Museum was very interesting too, and we'd like to be able to come again someday in the future.
On August 29th, British citizen Paul Fisher visited Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. He shared information on Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic on his Facebook and Instagram pages after returning back. Georgia will ban import of wheat and rye products from September 15th, and also this decision covers export of the mentioned products. The reason for this is the emergence of endless traffic jam on the Russian-Georgian border, especially at the Lars crossing point. Armenia is worried about the unexpected decision of Tbilisi. For political analysts, if the political processes in Armenia continue as they are in a few months, the internal situation in the aggressive country will again become aggravated. Inter-clans tension is worsening by days, and even protests of the population are going on. We continue with the latest culture and sport news. Nakhchivan State Puppet Theatre Collective started preparations for the first performance of the season. Also, freestyle wrestling and boxing championships were held among teenagers. Let's watch. The next concert program in Nakhchivan city was held on the occasion of Nakhchivan's election the capital of Islamic culture for 2018. The songs were performed by the Nakhchivan State Philharmonic Song and Dance Ensemble at the concert. The performed songs rejoiced the residents and guests being in our city. The exhibition hall of the Artists Union of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, named after Behruz Kengerli, hosted children's drawing exhibition entitled Heritage My Creativity, dedicated to September 15th, the Knowledge Day. About 100 works by 38 talented children were demonstrated at the exhibition. In addition, little artists distinguished by their activity in the exhibition were awarded with diplomas, and in parallel, children's handicrafts were exhibited.
Organization of excursions for the purpose of informing the taxi drivers about the tourism sites, museums and historical places of the Autonomous Republic is underway. The taxi drivers who visited the Memorial Museum were informed about the heroes of the motherland who became martyrs in the battles for the sovereignty of Azerbaijan.
Nakhchivan State Puppet Theatre, named after Mehmet Tağısidgi, started the preparation performance of the 29th season. The performance, based on Abdullah Shaikh's Fox in Hajj Pilgrimage, was staged by the director of the very performance, Nadir Hüseyinov, the stage producer Adalet Guliyev, and the music composer Ali Mehmedov.
Teenagers and young boxers competed in the Open Championship held in Nakhchivan city. Nearly 70 athletes competed for victory of 25 weight categories under the motto "Let's say no to harmful habits and always become healthy." 4 girls also attended the championships. The winners were awarded with diplomas.
Nakhchivan City Freestyle Wrestling Championship was held among juniors. About 70 athletes challenged in 10 weight categories under the current rules of the World Wrestling Union. At the end of the championship, the athletes who overcame their rivals became winners, and they were awarded with diplomas by the organizers. At the end of our program, we'll introduce such an interesting material on our national clothes. Our national clothes are one of the most important carriers of our national identity, ethnographic science, ancient history, rich culture, our lifestyle, in a word, one of the most important science of our past. National clothes of Azerbaijan have been created as the result of very difficult and long-term development of material and spiritual culture of the Azerbaijani people. So today's video material is about our national clothes, especially which are specific for Nakhchivan. Let's have a glance.
National clothes of Nakhchivan are valuable sources for studying the cultural history of our people. Folk costumes are more likely to reflect the national characteristics of this region, because the history, ethnographic and artistic features of folk creativity is reflected in Nakhchivan national costume. It is possible to say about the ancient history of the development of national costumes on the basis of archaeological materials and various other sources found in different parts of the region. One of the main supporting elements of Nakhchivan's national costumes is the belts. One of the richest examples of medieval waistcoats displayed on the exposition of the Nakhchivan State Historical Museum is the metal woman's belt. The exposition of the museum includes the medieval national women's and men's belts. Although ancient belts have been not discovered in Nakhchivan yet, there are many medieval belts. The ancient garments were developed rapidly in the Middle Ages. At that time, the development of silk, knitting, weaving, jewelry and other folk arts affected the Nakhchivan clothes to become rich, high quality and colorful. So, in the 17th and 18th centuries, Nakhchivan was one of the important centers of textile industry of Azerbaijan. There was a great demand for beautiful and high-quality cotton and printed cotton made by the skilled knitting masters of the ancient land. As in the national clothes of Azerbaijan, the fabrics used in Nakhchivan's national costumes were colored. Plants and some insects were used to paint the fragments. The cut of Nakhchivan clothes was simple and sleeves were cut straight. The cut and the sewing technology of the blouse and drawers were the same as in the other zones. Only the archaluk was differed for its form. At the sleeve of such dresses, silver and beading techniques were preferred. Nakhchivan's ancient women's clothes are usually dominated by red, brown, green and silver colors. Based on the sources dating to the 19th century, ethnographers said that the population was dressed according to the seasons in Nakhchivan. In the 19th century, no significant changes were observed in national costumes in Nakhchivan. The culture of the Middle Ages continued. The use of elements of our ancient national costumes in our modern dresses can be considered as important in terms of promoting of our national culture.
Esteemed television watchers, that was all for today. Thanks for being with us. Hoping to be together next Monday at the same time. Goodbye.